Yeah, my name is Tallulah and I'm a professional photographer.
My name is Charles Martins. I'm a carpenter.
My name is Wasu Kadri, a lecturer.
My name is Dario Badumufodas, and I'm the IT consult for Scale.
My name is Ogunjoko Ibikole Steven. I'm into furniture.
My name is Afelobo Abila Samson. I'm the CEO and creative director, Digital Creations.
I have been with Miss K for the past 5 or 6 years now. When they started the whole brand, I've been their photographer since then.
I made sofas. Like this one.
Try to add family, but thank God, I do everything perfectly.
Actually, when we started the whole project, it took me roughly less than 1.5 months to do all that. So this anti-theft, you are here with the anti-theft now. It has a slight issue, so I want to rectify it. Then the CCTV as well, then the sound and the TV as well.
I have a lot of involvement there. I'm involved in a lot of things here. The carpentry aspect of this work here, I'm the one that is taking over everything.
Literally, our company was the one in charge of the entire contract. Before we now, subcontract some sections to other contractors.
Yeah, we started from the grassroots. This is more or less like a finishing stage here. We did so many things. I think you can see the various work we've done here. The placement of this mirror here. The main section here, I think you can see the cladding by the walls here. I made them with my guys. And this freestanding were made by my guys here. The most difficult part of my work is this cladding here. This cladding here, this misky cladding here, that takes us almost 5, 6, 7 weeks to do. It's supposed not to take us even nothing less than maybe a week. We're supposed to have finished it in a week. We have to go all over before we can achieve what is here. That's the cladding that Miss K is written boldly on it. It took us almost 6, 7 weeks before we can finish it. And this handrail here, the handrails we did here. Yeah, those are the works that are much more. Even this wood, this is pure woodwork. And it is the most difficult part of the work before we can get to this finishing stage. In fact, I'm so much glad about that. For MKB stores to be in 1 year old very soon. And I pray that in fact, the achievement here, I'm so much happy about it because it has been progressed.
Àti lọ sí àti gbàtà di ṣiṣẹ́ ìtàn àti lọ s'Abuja àti lọ sí everywhere káàkiri so that thank God for Miss K. Experience tí mo rí ní Miss K ó pọ̀ so that ó pọ̀ gidi gan so that tí bá ní máa sọ mi lè sọ tán. Miss K máa jẹ́ kí n try láti sọ èsì púpọ̀ nítorí ohun tí mo expect mo rí ní Miss K ó lè yẹ kó tó boom iṣẹ́ mi everywhere throughout Nigeria.
Wow, to be honest with you guys, Miss K Boutique is what brought me into the real thing. To be sincere with you guys, because when we started this stuff, I didn't have that much experience based on the field job. I had the theory aspect of it, but in terms of do it this way, this panel is faulty, this one is bad, do it this way, let's change it with other people, with other idea I seek from other people. By the grace of God, we are good to.
So when I was told I was going to make a sofa, I was going to be displayed, not to be used. Alright.
I knew it wasn't just going to be any sofa, which was agreed by Miss K. Alright, if you look at this fabric, for instance, you see it gives you two double tone. Now, it takes a lot of I don't want to use time, but I just want to use experience for you to get this fabric. This has been here for over a year. Alright, and you could see it's all about getting something that will stand the test of time.
I used to work at an e-commerce firm. Then I won't mention now because they're no longer available right now. So they came on the platform, and that's how we started working. Miss K is a beautiful brand to work with because the owners, as I know them personally now, they're like family to me. They're easygoing, and working with them is very smooth. So I'll say it's very cool working with Miss K. Well, a lot of projects, a lot which I won't mention because this is going public and I won't be able to do that. Like Kids Corner, which is here, I work with Kids Corner. We work monthly. Every month I work with Kids Corner. I have a project ongoing with African Magic right now. And so many others I can't mention, but there are a lot of them.
From the first day we got here, the only thing we could see was a residential building, which we needed to turn to a mega store. Well, in our mind, we know that, we can actually achieve this. But then, bringing contractors, artisans, and everyone together to achieve what we're seeing now was the challenging part. From the constructional aspect, the first thing we had to go to was to call building teams. So because we know that we can't go on this project without us doing demolitions. There were a lot of partitionings which we had to bring down, and we had to make sure control quality is involved, which that's the key in engineering.
So what came to my mind when I first got the invite? To be honest with you, it wasn't really like a surprise because I'd been here before all of this came to light, you get what I mean? So from the structure to fitting things in, removing things and putting them back in, because the owners of the store really had a particular picture they wanted to paint with the store. So from the point where I saw what it was to when I got the invitation, I already knew what it was, and for me it was beautiful because it was a product of hard work, it was a product of dedication and longevity. So yeah, the invite was just like a formality. I was going to come even if they didn't give me an invite because they're family. Yeah. I think first of all, it's amazing work that the artisans actually did to get this put together. Secondly, I feel like one thing that a lot of us Nigerians forget is that the biggest resource and the biggest strength that we have as Nigerians is not the natural resources, it's the people. And people work day and night. Some of them are insane people to work with, deadlines and stuff, but once they put their mind to it, Nigerians can do anything. And I look at what they've done. I know some of them that have worked in this project, and they're very straightforward people. And I feel like even though there may be bad eggs in general, the truth is not to condemn artisans, especially Nigerian artisans. Look at what's here. All of this was done by Nigerians. Not one person was imported, quote unquote, to make this happen. Also, I think that the problem here is a lot of people don't understand the difference between modernization and westernization. And for that reason, people feel like they need to go and bring in people to look modern. But that's Western. Modernization is the key. So as Nigerian artisans have modernized, or they have modernized, and it's a product of their hard work. So encourage artisans, support them, and patronize them as well. Because if they could do this, then how much more work they will do for you. My name is Lulu. I'm a big friend of Miss K. I'm Miss K, man. More to come soon.
We have some other teams, like a sister company, also, which their core is just to give you a nice edifice when it comes to cladding works. In terms of the wood, we have to go down to mushing precisely. I don't know if you know where it's called Amu, right? I mean, we have to go there. We bring different samples to the client for the client's approval. And you know, before we could achieve this wonderful woodworks you're saying there, I mean, it's really a whole lot of work. But then, I'll give a wonderful kudos to my furniture team. They really did well. Before we embark on the electrical works, we have to study, okay, what difference can we kind of have in this, on this project that will, people will come around and feel like, where did they kind of put on the lights? And then it was a serious job for us to say, okay, fine, you know what, we need to hide all electrical switches for the ACs, for the lights, and all of that. And then guess what? All these beautiful lights you're seeing here, they're all locally sourced. This difficult part of the project, which I mean, I can't never forget, is merging the new structure to the existing structure. If you ask me that, I'll say to you that, I mean, seeing the project come to life is my own greatest joy, because I know what I faced when most of them will come to me. Oga, you know, if you do this thing, well, I don't know if you understand it, but anyways, but I know some say, Oga, they shaking me, you know, but then, you know, well, joining forces and hands together, most times when we call them together, I say, we can actually achieve this. Trust me, because here is a good example of it. From the cladding works, to the glass works, electricals, furniture works, even to the tiling. I know the comments and the feedbacks I get when we were posting these pictures to social medias and all. Our workers are promoting the iron works. We have a lot of coppers that are working with us. We have one or two people that we just call and say, just come and work. So people are really ready to work in this country. If you have opportunity to help people, please do let them get something doing.